This here is the trunk of a Camry, and I wanted to quickly show you guys this because there's a whole water puddle here. I was driving one time in the winter time, must have been like 5-6 months now, and what happened was there was a 5-gallon jug here that was, that didn't have a cap, and I didn't notice it was, in the trunk. My brother brought it from Walmart, and that thing like spilled in here. And when I came home, everybody was like, "Yo, where's the water jug?" And yep, half of the water jug was gone basically. And I tried extracting this carpet thing, and dried it up and everything and put it back, but there's always a musty smell in the car. Still stayed there. I did some air freshening and all that, and I didn't even actually know you could actually get to the bare minimum like this. But I just started pulling things today because for some reason that thing was kind of like soaking, like not soaking, but it was kind of wet, like you could touch it and feel it. And when I picked it up a little bit, and that thing was just soaking wet. So that kind of raised some questions, and I was like, all right, this is a good time. It's sunny today, let me just take things out and dry them up. So my intention was just drying that thing up because moisture is probably just trapped in there. But no, the spare was sitting in all this wet water that's here. I actually took a lot of it out, so you don't even see it much, but it was a lot more than this. There are these grommets here that I can pull to drain the water out. These are for like electrical connections in case you want to put a tow hitch and stuff like that. So those are this is what they're used for basically, those grommets. But I could pull them out and drain them. But I started draining them, and all the missing screws in my life are here. Anything loose in the trunk is probably gonna end up here. But since this thing was sitting in the water for all these months, started to rust. This is a spare, so that's this bad. Obviously you don't want that. And for some reason, the last time I ever used this thing was like I think 4 years ago maybe, when I had when my tire popped, and I guess this was never put back on. So I keep hearing this thing in the trunk, and that's also another reason why I wanted to check what's going on here. But yeah, if you have a spare, make sure it's screwed in. It basically just screws on this thing and holds the spare down so it doesn't jump around when you drive. But yeah, that's what was happening too. So that thing was on this side of the car, so I don't know. And so basically that has rust, and on top of that, these things, the tools that you use to actually jack up the car to put the spare on, these are also pretty rusted. And you can see these are, it's been sitting for a long time, so did some damage, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to take these out, dry them up, throw some lube or something, so the rust doesn't continue. That thing is soaking right now. It's just drying right now. There's a lot of coins I see on the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna be rich, I guess. Yeah, definitely important to dry these up right now. And I gotta dry this whole trunk up and clean this out. As you can see, it's pretty heavily coated with things to seal it up. There's a lot of seams and everything, and also there's a lot of these paddings, and the paddings also started to crack. As you can see, it's like squishy and muddy right now. So there's some damage there too because of the water. So yeah, make sure if you guys drop anything to investigate properly to make sure there's no damages in your car. If this was an old car, if there was any exposure from the bottom, this thing would have rusted out like really, really bad, But it's freezing cold here, so you never know. Well, I don't know how many times this thing, this water here froze and started thawing again, froze again, thawed again, So yeah, that could do a lot of damage on these metals. So, and another thing, while I'm here, I have a first aid kit here that I actually hide over there. So in your car, you could probably find pockets like this. I love pockets like these. This thing I put in like years ago. I gotta inspect it. I actually gotta open it up and see if there's any water damage because of this. But it looks fine from the outside. But you know, you definitely want to have something in a car like this in case of emergency. So I always have it on every car. Just throw it in a hiding spot. So I always have it, but I don't have to see it. That's about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.